unfortunately, I'm not good at English, especially for hearing and speaking capability. Please forgive me my poor English. So simple question is okay, but complicated questions, please give me via email. My email address will be informed at the end of the presentation. I wrote.
Excuse me, Akira, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you start your slide presentation? It'll fill the screen better.
Okay. Right.
You can start the slideshow. If you can't find it, that's fine. You could just advance through the screens.
Okay, just a moment.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. I wrote an essay about guerrilla stamps. Oh, sorry. I wrote an essay about the guerrilla stamp in the magazine, Japanese magazine Stampedia, Creative Journal, published in Japan at the end of 2022, last year. I have two main points in this essay. The first point is that I specified the position of each stamp on the sheet of 25 guerrilla stamps. Each stamp has its own features, and the position of each stamp can be specified. And the second point is that I completed the list, that so-called census of the guerrilla stamp, guerrilla covers. Who am I? My name is Akira Kaburaki, born in 1962. I'm 60 years old. I have never collected stamp before since 2006. That timing is I stayed in Makati, Manila for about 3 years and 3 months. I happened to meet Japanese occupation stamps during my stay in Manila, and that is triggered my interest in the Philippine stamps for the Japanese occupation period. And then during my stay in Manila, I came to know Mr. Toniso Marioke, and I'm lucky to participate in the Philly Stamps auction. That is a gallery collection. And also, I joined IPPS, but an e-version member since 2008. In Japan, I belong to a research group of Japanese occupation stamps during my World War II, including Southeast Asian areas, Burma, Malaya, Dutch Indies, as well as Philippines. And also, I exhibited Japanese occupation stamps collection at the stamp exhibition, World Stamp Show, New York, 2016. But my score is Burma. This is guerrilla stamps. This is a sheet of 25 stamps, 5 by 5. Printed at the private printing company in Brisbane, Australia. It is said about 20 sheets and that is 500 stamps were handed over to guerrilla forces by the submarine USS Naval in November 1943. Based on Mr. Walter Adler's report, there are only 7 seats, but seats are frequently seen in auction or sales. So I think it seems there are actually maybe more seats exist. This seat is my collection, but very much clean and beautiful. That is not maybe the guerrilla unit not to have. I think most likely that in a considerable number of these stamps that were remaining in the Australia were diverted to the market. Quality of each stamp is not so high, so all differ by small dots or squares, so distinguishable from others. Therefore, it is possible to identify the position of each stamp and the reconstruct of the seat. For the details of determination, please refer to my essay in the Stampedia Philatelic Journal. So there is not enough time to describe it here. Three predecessors reports are there. One, Mr. Pablo Expedition. Second, Arnold Warren. And third, Walter Adler. In particular, Mr. Adler's report in 1982 that the remaining number of guerrilla stamps was 326, including 7 seats, and 36 covers, which number had been the standard until now. How many guerrilla stamps exist to date? Almost 80 years has passed since the guerrilla stamp was issued. It is no longer possible to directly interview the people who have first-hand information about these guerrilla stamps. The 3 researchers, Expedition and Warren and Adler, were able to do this. Now there is no choice but to collect data from auctions, online auctions, such as eBay and other literature. At the end of last year, my essay is on Stampedia Philatelic Journal, Japanese magazine. I confirmed 39 numbers and listed census. But 2 more guerrilla covers are confirmed this year. One is just in the auction of the Westpex now. It's lot 2833. I never seen before. This is the Stampedia Philatelic Journal 2022, which contains my essays, is now on sale. So if you want it, please contact Stampedia directly. Maybe it will be 3,000 yen including shipping cost. That is a contact number, contact address. This is a cover that is earliest reported users. I got it Phil Stamps auction 2001-3. It's very memorable for me because it was the first guerrilla cover I got. Mr. Adler reported the earliest use was November 29, but this cover is dated November 24, 5 days earlier. It is impressive cover with many transit postmark, but I will explain later in Captain Montalban's trips why so many transit postmark was stamped. This is the latest use I have seen. It was August 6, 1945. Mr. Adler reported that was his last use was August 3rd. So this cover is 3 days later. This cover was sold at 2014 Siegel auctions, but currently on sale at the Westpex Ramsey auction. See lot 2831. That is on sale now. These three persons is the key persons of involving guerrilla stamps. Needless to say, General Makassar was the South Supreme Commander of the Allied Force. He was first approver, final approver of the issuance of these guerrilla stamps. And second, Colonel Fati was the commander of the guerrilla forces on Mindanao and inventor of the guerrilla stamp. Fati's name is left on the 8 covers. The Captain Montalban was an intelligence officer in a guerrilla unit under Colonel Fati. He used the guerrilla stamps for the purpose of the following 2 things. One is he sent a letter to guerrilla stamps to a Philippine government in exile in Washington, D.C. After the war, in a letter from Captain Montalban to Mr. Adler in March 1980, he testified that he sent covers to 4 high officials, that is President Quezon, Vice President Osmania, General Valdez, and Colonel Soriano. That is reported by Adler. These 2 covers is just that cover. I thought I'm sure will be found 2 more covers addressed to the President Quezon and Vice President Osmana in someday. That is Soriano and Valdez. Is that the evidence of the Captain Montalban's testifying? The other is he produced Captain Montalban trip covers. In June to July 1944, Captain Montalban traveled from Esperanza, Agsan province, where the guerrilla forces headquarters was located, to Misamis Occidental province, where his family resided. From here to there. He stops at Kamigin Island on the way. That is Kamigin Island. And then moved to his final destination, Praia, Misamis Occidental. He carried some guerrilla covers. Some of them were addressed to him. Some of them he sent or prepared to send to someone. He put the transit postmark at 6 post offices along the way. In town of Esperanza, Mambajao, Catalman, Sagay, Aloran, and then Piradile on these covers, like this. The postmarked cover are very strong impact and presence. 8 Captain Montalban trip covers have been confirmed so far to date. In 1980s, Captain Montalban testified to Mr. Adler's. My intention to have postmark was to show that on Mindanao, the Japs occupied some municipality only, not the whole island. I think these covers are proof that the main purpose of issuance of guerrilla stamps was exactly for the purpose of the propaganda. Next topic is about covers regarding the commander of the guerrilla unit, Colonel Fatih. 8 covers are known to have been sent by or addressed to Colonel Fatih. Among them, this is a cover from the guerrilla area to his wife in Golden, Colorado. That is the largest multiple on the cover. That is block of 6. Basically, males from the guerrilla area were forwarded by free military mail system. I think that the block of 6 was to make an impact. And I think the block of 6 has no meaning in terms of actual postal rate. I think that the block of 6 was make an impact, showing the presence of the guerrilla units, obviously for propaganda purpose. Signed by Colonel Fatih on the left. There is a note from the previous owner, who was Gary May, a 13 years old boy in 1948. Colonel Fatih likes his boy's work, which was exhibited on APS stamp exhibition held in Denver in 1948, and gave him this cover and a set of guerrilla stamps as a present. After a while, Colonel Fatih returned to his home, the Colorado, and became a professor of the Hill Alma Mater mining school. This cover does not have guerrilla stamps, but it is a cover sent from guerrilla region. This is also has Colonel Fatih's signature. This cover is also considered to have been distributed to as a souvenir. I think many of you are familiar with this cover. It is a Sunday cover of IPPS homepage. Now it I have, but the previous owner was Bill Oliver. I purchased at the Phil Stamp sale. This is a cover addressed to a civilian woman in the guerrilla region, sent by Major Leon of the guerrilla unit. Unfortunately, the stamp was cut and reattached to the cover with a scotch tape like this. According to Bell, the episode this. That is Bill Oliver's memo. Final topics is pure philatelic materials. Similar 4 covers are confirmed. That is same date cancel of January 7th, 1945, and censored by the Circle censor stamp, Circle type base 0175 Army. I think more covers are likely to exist. This center mark has not been confirmed on the other guerrilla covers other than these. There is no sender's name. Also, it feels unnatural that these covers are too clean and very in good condition. I think most likely it has made after the long time after the war and backdating, I think. Thank you very much. I would like to continue to pursue these mysterious stamps and covers, so I look forward to receiving any information, no matter how trivial, from everyone. Also, I do not have enough knowledge about US military mail and unit name and the censorship of US military. So I think there could be mistakes on my essay. So please feel free to let me know. That is my email address. Please inform. Anyway, thank you very much. That's all for my presentation.
Thank you, Akira. We really appreciate your presentation.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful presentation.
Thank you very much.